Hello, hello. Welcome to Conversations with the Empress. I am the Empress, and today is yet another installment of the Raw and Real Wednesday. No graphics, no edits, just me popping my shit. I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of laughing at that. I cracked myself up. That's all that matters. I always have stories for you guys about my relationships and my situationship, people I meet, people I encounter on many different levels. But I started thinking about this because I just realized and noticed that Megan Good and her husband, Devin Franklin, are getting a divorce. So when I heard that, I had a plethora of thoughts in my head, but I'm curious to know what y'all think. So let me know what y'all think in the comments because I never expected them two to get divorced. I read the article of her interview that she did about it, and from what I gathered, okay, because I like to cut through the bullshit and get to the meat of the shit. Um, from what I gathered, it sounds to me like Megan wanted out of that marriage for a while. But people ain't gonna tell you stuff. They have an image to uphold and this, that, and the third. But she made a statement, and I'm not quoting her exactly because I just skimmed it, but she basically said that she has more of a, reason, season, lifetime type of feeling when it comes to relationships. And she basically never looked at him like he was her forever. She looks at every relationship like you're my right now. If it turns into forever, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Like we had a good time, we had a good run, I learned stuff, yada, 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 and she moves on. He, on the other hand, was on some shit like, well, I thought this was the last time I was going to do this, and the last time I thought you was my forever, and da 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 da. So they didn't have the same desire from the beginning, if you ask me. Or they had the same desire, and somewhere along the road, she said, yeah, I ain't trying to be in this forever. Now, this is what I'm going to say about that, right? People get into relationships with people for various different reasons. You know what I mean? And when you meet somebody, maybe you do want them to be your forever. But then life happens, the relationships happen. You really get to know a person. That's why I say you really got to get to know a person. There's nothing wrong with Megan's train of thought and saying reason, season, lifetime, we had a good run, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that train of thought. The only problem with that train of thought is the fact that they weren't on the same page from the beginning. I don't care what anybody says. They weren't on the same page from the beginning. Because if he felt like she was his forever, he felt like she was his forever then, back then, too. That didn't just come out of nowhere that he thought that she was his forever. Another thing I'll say is, see, y'all get caught up in thinking that because people have good Christian marriages, that they're going to have a good Christian relationship, be married forever. No, Christian people get divorced too, bro. And honestly, I don't see nothing wrong with getting divorced. I don't think God put us here to be miserable by ourselves or with someone. I have gotten past that as well myself because I used to hold on to things and hold on to people for way longer than what I should and totally ignore my intuition, what God was trying to tell me to do. So, I wish them both the best, but I feel worse for her husband than I do for her. Because he seems like the more heartbroken out of the two. She seemed like she want to make sure they stay friends and peaceful and all that, but he definitely seems like the heartbroken one. And heartbreak is never a good thing. But I just feel like people need to be honest about who they are, what they want, what their intentions are. Like, just say that shit. I posted a video on Instagram saying, just say that. If I'm just a fuck, just say that. If we just friends, just say that. If you want a relationship, just say that. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard for us as people to just say the things that we want. Like, I don't get it. How you gonna have what you want if you don't speak it into existence and say it and manifest it and go for it? Like, you're not gonna have it. You just sitting here in shit hoping that it's gonna turn into what you want. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I found that to be interesting. Don't mind me. I'm just doing my hair, preparing to go into the plantation. And I'm at a place in my life where I'm just like, bruh, if I have somebody, I have somebody. If I don't, I don't. I was recently talking to somebody and shit went left and I left. Like, I don't waste a lot of time trying to figure out what's going on in people's mind and what's the truth. I go by my feelings, my intuition, and I also go by people's actions. Like, if somebody sit up and tell you that they like you, they want to be with you and this and that, that's all well and good. That shit sounds really nice. But if then after they say that, they just do the complete opposite as far as their actions is concerned, they're trying to play you, bruh. Like, that's why I said I don't get excited about words at all. People will say a lot of things. People will say a lot of things and not mean any of it just because they have an agenda or they want something from you. So, que sera, sera. Life goes on. On to the next. Sex was good, though. Sex was all that. But I'm on some Megan shit. We had a good time. We had a good run. I don't know. Maybe that makes people think she's heartless. I just think she's a realist. I feel bad for her husband because he's not. Megan is a savage. She's like, look, it is what it is, bro. It ain't work out. We had a good run. I'ma head out. She said, I'ma head out like SpongeBob. Yeah, I feel her though, because life is short, bruh. Her and her husband was married for mad long. I was married for mad long. Do you guys know that I was married for 10 years and together with my ex-husband for a total of 16 years, okay? No, nothing against my ex-husband, but I should have not been in that relationship as long as I was. And it ain't just got something to do with him. It has something to do with me. You know what I mean? Because you have to be able to take accountability for your shit and stuff too. I had a conversation with my cousins not too long ago about my marriage. And I basically told them that I saw the fault that I had in my marriage. It wasn't all just my ex-husband. And they just looked at me like, wow, that takes a lot of growth and maturity to say that. And I said, yeah, but if you spend your whole life thinking everything is everybody else's fault and it had nothing to do with you, you're never going to have anything. Because part of being an adult is taking accountability for your shit, all right? So I could definitely take accountability for my shit unless there's no shit for me to take accountability for. And something that I have prided myself on doing since I got divorced was to move in truth and honesty no matter who I'm dealing with. Because lying and, living a double life and denying who you are, denying what you want, your happiness and stuff, is counterproductive. It ends up manifesting itself in other types of ways in you, in your relationship or whatever. So, tell people what you want, yeah. Be honest about who you are, what your intentions are, and what you want. Because at the end of the day, if you meet somebody and you say, look, I'm just looking for a fuck buddy, you never know. That person might be like, okay, I'm down for that. Or they might say no. But there's always a possibility that they might say yes. And if you meet a woman like me and you're honest like that, I might just bang you off the strength that you're honest. Yeah, but no, just kidding. But for real, be honest. You never know what you could get, okay? You be honest and you might get that woman you think you can't have. Who knows? Keep it real or keep it moving. And that's the raw and real. Hey, yo. Thanks for watching. My contact information is below. Please go like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your support is as always appreciated. If you want to show that support with them dollars though, throw your girl a CashApp, you feel me? Until we meet again, smooches.